Oh my god! Ana A tier? What's going on? Alright. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Paz, back with yet another meta video, and today we're doing something a little bit different because what I said last week about the meta is actually pretty spot on. There could be a little bit of variation there and then, but now we're actually going to look at something that's a little bit more interesting, which is the ladder meta. And without further ado and not wasting any more time, I'm actually just going to start talking about it right away, and we're going to get right into what the tanks are that I've been seeing a lot in ladder recently. So the thing that I just definitely want to stress is that this is not team play. If you want to see the team play video, there should be something popping up there to the right of the screen, and then you can watch that. But for ladder, this is a good start. So from my time playing ladder recently with this patch, I've been seeing a lot more Ana. I've been seeing a lot of double bubble, just because double bubble is something that's old and everyone knows how to use, and it's not necessarily bad either at beating the meta comp, which is that Sombra Tracer thing. And you don't usually see Sombra Tracer either, so it's definitely a good comp to be playing here. So with that said, for just pretty much both team play and ladder, Monkey's really good right now. I think Ball is actually a little bit better, but in terms of a ladder comp, I think that Monkey's really good at taking space. He's a lot easier to play than Ball, and he's a lot easier to follow up on than Ball. That could be true or false for a lot of different situations. That being said, though, I think Ball is still a very strong pick in terms of you can swap them out for each other, play them with each other. Ball is still a really good tank. It's just that Ball takes a lot of skill to play, and it's very hard to get the max value out of him if you're not playing right. I've had a lot of games I've lost because of a feeding Ball. I've had a lot of games I've won because my Ball wasn't, feeding. Really depends on the player. I think Ball is still extremely strong, definitely going to get a lot of value, but Winston as well. That being said, the other characters that I'm seeing a lot of really good stuff from, Zarya, I can go into this then. Zarya, double bubble's really strong, and also the Korean dive comp from way back in the day, that Wrecking Ball Zarya. I think that that's just a really strong composition for ranked. Just because it's something that everyone knows, and Zarya is a lot easier to carry on in Pub Stomp than the Ball Diva variant or the Monkey Diva variant. So I still think that Zarya is doing a little bit more than Diva. Diva is a good pick if you understand how to play her, and your team also understands how to play her. If I need to go more in depth about that, please do join the Discord. I'd be more than happy to talk with you about things, but I'm going to keep moving on just for the sake of the length of the video. The next tank, where's my boy Hog? I think Hog's a solid B tier. Hog goes very well into dive comps. I still think, though, that if you're running Ana and the Ana is better than the Hog, or the team is wary of the Hog, that he's not the strongest pick. But I still think you can run Hog up to GM. And even in top 500. Like, you will still see Hog every now and then from Hog 1 tricks, and it'll work out. That being said, though, I think that the rest of the tanks are kind of self-explanatory here. You'll see a little bit of Sigma. I don't think Sigma's good. I think that Dive is just better. Just run Dive tanks. They're so much better. Sig gets overwhelmed by Dive extremely easily, and it's just not looking good. Almost to the point where I'm going to put Sig D tier, and then I'm going to put Arisa and Ryan actually C tier. Because Arisa, like Fire and Ice, still really good. There are a lot of good Arisa players in top 500. You can definitely climb with her. It's just not as easy as these characters. They all synergize together extremely well. And Ryan, maybe on King's Row you'll see a Ryan, but on other maps you're not really going to be seeing him a whole lot. It's just because Dive is really strong right now. If you want to climb, run Dive. That's pretty much it. Now, the Dive composition you're running probably isn't going to be the team-based meta, but it's still something that you'll climb on. Just these characters are very, very strong right now. As for DPS and how they go, man, this is really difficult to 100% get down. I'm going to say that Tracer, where's Tracer? Tracer didn't really get affected by the nerf a whole lot. I still see Tracer a whole lot in my games. She synergizes very well with these characters. It's definitely something to look out for. Still creating a lot of value. Soldier, I'm gonna wait to put down Soldier. Gonna have to put Bastion in D tier. I'm doing the stuff that I know for a fact is where they are until I see everything. But Bastion is D tier. I don't think it really... You could argue to put Bastion C tier, but I think that you're just going to get a whole lot of value out of a lot more characters than Bastion, and Bastion is very niche. He's not the character that I would say, hey, if you want to get to 4.5k, play Bastion. Probably not the character I'm going to recommend to you, to be quite honest with you. That being said, Junkrat is probably going to be down in the D tier as well. Echo, better than Bastion though. He doesn't do well into dive in my opinion. And the problem with Junk is just that he needs time to get things done, and time is not of the essence against a dive comp. No, not at all. With that out of the way, let's move on to let's put a good character on the board. Let's see, Echo. I don't think she's S tier anymore. I still think Echo is extremely strong though, for ladder, just because you have to remember, guys, her nerfs didn't really do anything. Like, she's still really strong with the Mercy Pocket. She just isn't as strong with the Zen. The Zen and Mercy Pocket. Because it was a collective nerf that nerfed this synergy that we're seeing right here. This synergy, that's what they did collectively. But let's see here. Characters that aren't really doing too well this meta. I haven't seen a lot of Doomfist. I haven't. But I would think that Doomfist would be good in this meta. I'm not quite sure. I think Doomfist is a sleeper pick. But the thing is that it's only good if you're a Doom one trick. Like, I'd rather, though, here have, like, chips on Doom than Aqu 1 Junk. That's a lie. I'd kind of want Aqu 1 Junk. But you get what I'm saying here. Like, Doom probably does better because it synergizes better with dive comps. I just don't think in ladder people have played with Doom for... It's been so long since people have played with Doom that I just don't think that you're going to get value on it, like, to be honest. Symmetra, for me, is still going to be C tier. Actually, yeah. Because TPing out of spawn, that's value. That's always going to be value. I just don't think she's doing a whole lot much out of that. Almost to the point where I'm going to put her bottom C tier because these other characters are going to synergize better. Sleeper pick alert. Torbjorn, I think, is really slept on. I'm going to put him top B tier. I think that if you pick Torb, it is definitely something that's going to IQ check the enemy team. Now, when I say that, it means that they're going to have to start thinking about how they want to switch to counter you. If they keep running the meta into you, it's not always going to work, especially if you're a good Torb player. I've been seeing that a lot in ranked, people getting mad because, oh, the Torb's pooping on us. Well, I mean, there's a reason, because they're making you have to switch and think, and meta slaves are meta slaves. That being said, other character that I think is kind of slept on, I'm gonna put Reaper at the top of C tier. A lot of Ball players think that Ball isn't good right now, so they'll play Winston, and they'll play Winston like they play Ball. And when they jump in, you run Reaper and you just blow him up. That being said, why would you run Reaper and not Torb when Torb has the shotgun and a turret and a left click and an overload? I think that Torb... What I'm trying to say here is that Torb has better range, so he'll work better into a team that's not feeding. But if the monkey is feeding, go Reaper, and you will kill him every time, and that is value. Every single fight. They don't have a main tank. That's huge. Excuse me. I just had pasta. Pasta with cheese. Very good stuff. Let's see. Okay. Slept on character? I don't know why. There's this dude in top 500, top 100 I was playing with earlier off stream actually. The dude's crazy at Pharah. I don't think it should be good. I think it's bottom B tier. I just think if they're not running Echo, run Pharah and it's fine. If they run Echo, you're kind of done. Like, I don't think Pharah is good. I just think that this one guy was just kind of popping off so hard that if you're a one-trick Pharah, maybe this is the season for you because people aren't running like Zen Kree and stuff and Echo. I don't want to say like, hey, I think she's a sleeper pick. I think you can run Pharah if you're good with her. She'll be better in this meta compared to others, but probably just want to run the Echo Mercy combo. It's really strong. It's gonna get you a lot of value as well. Okay, so Soldier 76, I'm gonna say he's another one of those sleeper picks that no one's playing right now, Soldier can flank. He does very well actually in these dive comps. He can run around and do whatever he wants. It's definitely map dependent, but on maps like Busan, I think that Soldier's definitely a slept-on character and should be getting a lot more value than what he is right now. Just playtime, I should probably say, is the better word here. Korea as well. I've been seeing Korea a lot. I don't know if it's for a good reason. I think Double Bubble, like, I don't know. I'm going to put him above Soldier. I just don't think Kree is very, very solid right now. Like, he has a good stun against Ball. He has a stun against Tracer. He's good against Echo. But the problem is that he's very weak into dive. He doesn't have that role in the air anymore, I don't think. I think they reverted that. So the extra mobility that he could have had isn't there anymore. So it's kind of making him weak into dive. That being said, possible sleeper pick. Possibly me just being dumb. Like, Paz, come on. So I'm going to keep him in B tier. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep him in B tier. A lot of these characters are going to be B tier for ladder because they're solid picks if you're good with them. It's just other characters are better in certain situations. May. I'm going to put May actually in C tier. I think if you duo with a Torb player, May is good. May on her own, not so much. I think that May in theory works well into these comps. It's just like, why run May to counter it if your team is most likely in ladder just gonna run these meta comps anyways. So like, I think May's good, but she's not good unless the entire team is playing for that playstyle. And if you see here, all the tanks that like kind of enable her are really bad right now because there's so much damage in the game. There's so much damage. So yeah, we're gonna keep moving forward here. Sombra, I'm gonna put A tier. The reason why I'm gonna put Sombra A tier is that she's really good in team play, and if it's working in team play, it should work in ladder. I'm not gonna say it's as effective as Tracer or as some of these other characters. I still think she's really strong, and a lot of people are sleeping on her. Just running Sombra is always a good idea. It forces them off ball, it forces them off of old meta. I think it's really strong for ladder. It's just that people don't play her a lot for whatever reason, which I personally don't agree with. Ashe, I'm going to also put lower B tier probably. The Mercy Pocket with her just isn't strong enough anymore in my personal opinion. I don't think it's getting enough value. I could be completely wrong. I still think it's strong enough to run and be like, okay, that's an average pick. Like, we'll play for the pocket on the Ashe. I don't think it's meta anymore. I think that if they pull out an Echo, you should probably just mirror it, or you should just run a Sombra and ladder and hack it. That's probably the best idea against one of those characters. That being said, I have been seeing a lot of Hanzo, Widow as well, sometimes in like higher elo lobbies, just because like double sniper is so strong when you can just hit a lot of headshots. I'm gonna be honest though, very average pick. The average player is not going to be able to pop off as much as some of these Korean warlords. So like, they're still solid picks for you guys. I just think the Tracer, I think the Echo, I think the Sombra are just gonna be more consistent for you guys, 100%. And last but not least, Genji. I'm gonna put Genji above Doomfist, and honestly above Reaper too. Genji's the pub stomp hero, and I'm gonna tell you guys this. Nanoblade is very strong, and when Nanoblade is good, Genji's decent. Ana is decent. So just keep that in mind. Nanoblade synergizes well with these dive comps, so you never know. I think that Genji is a really good pub stomp hero, and if you're better than the lobby, or you think that you're better than the lobby, get your Ana duo, and go in there, kill everyone. That was a little cringe, but I mean, that's the name of the game, right? Okay, so the supports that I think are really strong right now in ladder, definitely Zenyatta, definitely Brigitte. There is no question about that one. Zenbrig, in my opinion, is still the best support comp. There's not a whole lot that changed that. Now that being said, when are you gonna get a Brig in comp? That kind of diminishes the value of Zenyatta. That being said, Mercy and Ana are actually really good right now. Ana is really good if you're playing this double bubble because you need more sustain if you're not a good cohesive unit. So Ana is actually pretty decent right now. Yeah. Hold up. You gotta do it. Gotta do it for the oh my god thumbnail. Oh my god! Ana A tier? What's going on? All right. So yeah, then I'm also gonna put Mercy up here just because Mercy Echo is still a really strong composition choice, and you're gonna see a lot more Mercy players in ladder than you are Brig players, because Mercy's, in my opinion, more fun character. Maybe if you're better at Brig, she's a little bit more fun, but I personally just don't like Brig. And then that brings us to the last 3 supports. Lucio's gonna go B tier because sometimes on Control Center you don't want to play Mercy Zen, and Lucio's just better because it's easier to survive. Moira, I think, is good in C tier. If you run 6-man dive and you don't want to run Zen Brig, you should run Moira Lucio. But I think the worst right now of all the supports is probably Baptiste, just because the tanks that make him viable just aren't viable. It's just one of those ladder metas right now that Bap just never really was good in ladder anyways either. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching so much. If you have any opinions on what this ladder list looks like, just let me know. If this helped you, also let me know. Please do like and subscribe if you did like the content. Also, please leave a comment. I do read them. I actually reduced the camera exposure for this meta vid. I don't remember who told me to turn it down, but I do appreciate the feedback because I do listen. And yeah, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. But with that, that's all I got. Until next time, I gotta peace out and pass out. See you in the next one.